there is one of the dangers. If you have aspirations to improve, you can spend more time watching guitar players or searching for guitars online than you do practicing and playing. And yeah, I'm guilty of that too. Hey friends, that's my latest obsession right there, which is Led Zeppelin's That's the Way. The end of it is so lovely. I love this. I love how Jimmy Page does that kind of thing. It's so good. I received this magazine over the holidays as a gift, and it's kind of brought to mind what is the place of magazines nowadays. And I'm curious, do you guys subscribe to guitar magazines? It's been interesting to hold a magazine, a guitar magazine in hand, which I haven't done in so long. It's kind of nice actually. It's quite refreshing to hold in my hands. The things that I really like about it are I like the articles. The writing's good, of course. The pictures are really nice. There's Tommy Emmanuel in this one here, so of course you have legends all over magazines like this. It's nice to see big pictures as well, like online. Everything's, for the most part, pretty small. So that's quite refreshing to have large photos. Back here they have the if I can find it, they have the Yamaha FG9, which I'd love to give a spin at some point. I'll find it here somewhere. The opening paragraph here, or the editor's, whatever you call that, the editor's little missive at the beginning is in tribute to Al Pettyway, who passed away in October. Maybe I'll check out some Al Pettyway compositions. He was such a fantastic player. There's lessons here. It's kind of like random songs, so it's kind of hit or miss. There's like 4 or 5 songs in here. And the sheet music is listed with the chords above, as probably most of you already live by. It's kind of neat. They have a little link at the top that says video lesson. Basically, you can go to the website, acousticguitar.com/344, which is the magazine number. So you could, if something suits your fancy, you can go online and find it there. I like that little connection there. But I'm curious, like how many magazines are they selling? I wonder. Do you have a subscription to a guitar magazine? Is that interesting? I will say there's something about the magazine. If I don't go online, it's very succinct. I read it, and then I get a little inspired, and then I want to pick up the guitar, whereas I think the risk you run online is you just keep scrolling and keep scrolling, and I think there is one of the dangers nowadays. If you have aspirations to improve, you can spend more time watching guitar players or searching for guitars online than you do practicing and playing. And yeah, I'm guilty of that too, but trying to curb that so I keep making progress in my learning. So the magazine seems really nice about, in that way. So man, almost wish just to get my fix from the magazines, so then I could just put it down and learn and play. I can't find the Yamaha picture. I think it was in the back here. Here it is. Yamaha FG9R. It's a rosewood model. Looks pretty standard. A pretty standard Yamaha dreadnought. I do know that it has these. The fret markers are not like dot inlays or anything. They're on the side of the fretboard. Other than that, I don't know much about this model. Looks like a herringbone inlay. Would love to get my hands on one of these. Honestly, I'd love to get a FS5 in my hands. I played one when I was on a trip at Thanksgiving, and that was real nice. Parlor sized, small, like the FS800 that I've done a review of, but with a 1.75" nut. And it suited my fancy, that's for sure. So I'd love to get my hands on an FS5. There's some dadgad lessons in here which I'm interested in, but they all require a partial capo, and I don't actually own a partial capo, and I'm not going to cut one. I have a few capos floating around here now, which is to my liking, because when I only had one capo, if I removed it from the guitar case that comes with me primarily to gigs, I ran the risk of not having my capo with me if I forgot it on my desk or something. So now I have an extra Kaiser and another generic brand that I keep kicking around, which is so handy, just as a, fail safe, so I don't show up with a gig without my capo. But yeah, the DADGAD tuning is of interest to me. I mostly play an Dad Fad with the F sharp, but I know a couple Celtic tunes in DADGAD, but don't know much in DADGAD. So I'm interested in learning some more in DADGAD. This tune that I was playing earlier is in open G, so D, G, D, G, B, D, which is, it's quite nice. It's very simple to do. You just adjust the 5th and 6th strings and the 1st string. So the middle 3 strings, D, G, and B, stay the same. And I'm totally hooked on this song right now. It's been my obsession now for the last like 24 hours. I actually don't have other songs in that tuning, so I'm psyched to add another tuning into my set list, and I am singing it too. This is not tuned straight to DADGAD because it's down half a step, so it's there. But yeah, this is my little Alvarez 5014, which is nice to break out from time to time. It's really short neck and feels really close and has a nice vintagey sound to me. It's probably time to change these strings at some point. I put the new strings on this when I bought it. I bought this on a trip when I was down in Houston, Texas, and put new strings on it then, so that was over a year ago now. So it's been kind of neat to watch the video of Jimmy Page playing it and trying to figure out what he's doing. It's quite simple, nothing super complicated. It's more about the feel of it and the texture. So that's really nice. And I, like many of you I'm sure, have listened to and watched a lot of Jimmy Page over the years, and huge influence for me. Even though I don't go there all that much, I do play Thank You live, and I do a little bit of the beginning of Tangerine. I don't go into the jam, but I like to play. Someone requests some Led Zeppelin, I usually do like that first 2 minutes of Tangerine and then break into something else, and then I can do Thank You. So that's always refreshing to kind of revisit that stuff, but I don't do it as much as I do some of the country blues stuff that I'm into now, a little more outlaw country, Townes Van Zandt, Guy Clark focus these days, but it's all still there. And what else was on my mind? Something else was on my mind I thought I'd share with you guys, but I can't think of it at this moment, which is a bummer. I should have made a note. I cannot remember. Well, hey, that's just about it for a rainy, cold winter evening. Just wanted to say hi and talk about this magazine. Thought you guys might be able to relate. Let me know what you think. And here's a picture of Reverend Gary Davis's SJ200. Always fun to see something like that. And again, nice to see big photos like this and have the tangible magazine in your hands. Curious what you all think. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take good care.